All right. So, welcome back.
Ah,
Let's see. Heard myself there. I want to make sure I don't get any feedback. Maybe it was. All right. Never mind. It's not doing that. Great. So, welcome back. We are continuing from where we left off last time. Last time, you guys, basically, what happened last time is you had just finished dealing with the vampires in the St. Andrew's Church, which was burning to the ground in the middle of the night. And the head guard had Isaac had asked you to stop by at some point. The noble in Valaki, um, Valakovich, would want to meet you at some point. Then he sent you on his way as he tried to keep peace and keep the town under control at the middle of the night. You guys returned back to the inn, went to kind of look to see, as you got kind of reapproached, Erwin there had told you that you Rictavio he wasn't in his room, so you went to kind of explore his room and try to figure out what was going on with him. The things that you did find, like a journal, all kind of seem to be staged, so you know that there's something up with Rictavio, but you haven't quite figured out what it is. Something is not adding up with his story about being a traveling circus kind of guy, and so you're not quite sure what's happening with him. You did confront him the next morning during breakfast when he showed up, but he had a bit plausible explanation for every question you asked him. From there, you guys decided to head to your next destination. Since you were on your way west, you were going to stop by the Wizard of Wines after you took Arena to Kresik to attempt to see if the abbot there could protect her. That was the second place that her brother had suggested beyond the church, which the church is now no longer an option. And so you went to Kresik. On your way to Kresik, you made it there, and the guards would not let you in. The burgomaster of Kresik said that he would let you in if you could fix an issue for him, which was that he had not yet received anything from the winery, and if you could figure out the issue there, he would let you in. And so all signs seem to be kind of pointing you towards the winery. You'd already agreed to go there for Irwin, so you decided to make your trip southward towards the winery. And on your way there, you did have an encounter with a revenant that came out of the forest and attacked you. A revenant is not quite a zombie. It's kind of a warrior that has died that has some sort of vendetta or something that keeps its spirit bound to the place. And he was wearing some plate mail type armor that was inscribed with like a dragon, a symbol of a dragon on it. My plate mail armor wasn't usable though, or the half plate armor wasn't usable though, because it had been kind of like decayed with age and was rusted and everything. Um, from there, you made your way south, continue down the old road down into where the winery was. As you started to approach the clearing where the winery was, an old man dressed in a cloak kind of ushered you over to the tree line, and that was uh, Davian, the owner of the winery and father of Irwin. And you saw that he had his whole family out there. He let you know that the Druids has taken over his winery, and he's not sure what they're doing in there, but he's heard a lot of crashing noises and stuff like that. So he assumes they're destroying his winery. Um, Barilak, you changed into a little mouse. I don't remember if it was a mouse.
a rat.
A rat, yes, a small rat. And you kind of came into the winery and kind of looked around. You climbed up to the second story window first, second story part, and found a kind of a mad druid walking back and forth, kind of muttering to himself while examining a very bizarre looking staff in his hand. And inside the winery further, you kind of went into some of the rooms and found that one of the druids with a couple vine blights was kind of like smashing up their printing area. And then you made your way down to you could the main area where all the wine vats are kind of held, the fermentation area, and you saw that the entire floor there was covered. Bottom floor was covered in just a parade of twig lights, while a druid was pouring some weird liquid into one of the vats on a catwalk above this area. As you kind of made your way down the spiral stairs that was next to it, you made your way down into the basement where you saw that there was one more druid down there with a bunch of needle blights, destroying winery wine bottles down there and kind of causing havoc down there as well. Upon returning back to your friends, you kind of informed them what was happening, and you decided to make your way down this. You knew that there was vine blights or needle blights kind of hiding out in these different areas of the winery, and so you attempted to make your way down this passageway. And as you did, five groups of vine blights kind of started to, or six groups of vine blights started to come out of the woodwork. And so a little bit of a battle ensued as you kind of blasted your way through the vine blights, making your way, or needle blights, making your way to the back of the winery. Kind of as you stepped into the main area of the winery, you saw the needle blights stop their pursuit and go back to kind of just wandering the grounds, as though they've been ordered to just kind of stay away from the winery and just protect the grounds. And so they're kind of following that to the T, not pursuing you further into the winery. And that is where we will pick up. Now, all of the positions that I mentioned to you before were what you initially saw. So some of the druids, in the time it's taken you to go back and talk to them, may not be in the same location, but that's what you saw initially going.
Okay. Well, let's do this, everybody. Let's get our butts whooped. How do you guys want to approach this?
Magic missile.
Too bad no fireball.
Yet.
I was thinking. Oh, sorry. Go for it, Jack.
I ain't got fireball yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That'd be nice. Maybe soon.
I was thinking we could climb up the balcony on the back and try to get the attention of the one druid in that room with all the ravens. See if we could bring him out. Then Stumbleduck could tackle him and like cover his mouth, kind of thing, so he can't cast or anything. Then we can lay into him. At least that way they're down one druid before we start. Ideally.
That sounds like a good plan.
Been thinking about that all week.
Yeah, so this back area, there's seems to be the side area seems to be a stables on the right hand side. There does seem to be a back entryway as well that you didn't see previously on the back here. Kind of like take in your surroundings here.
Do you think we'd be able to climb that balcony to get to the because that is the balcony on the second floor, correct?
So this is all, of course, inside the building. There are windows. I just don't have any windows on here. There's a few windows, so you could potentially, I suppose, climb up on top of the roof and maybe climb through a window here to get the druid or something. This is the second floor, obviously, where the druid is. Down below is where all the blights are.
Oh, that was my bad. I thought that was a balcony, not a roof.
Nope, it's a roof. It's a whole kind of roofed-in area. This is just kind of a catwalk over this main area here.
Gotcha.
You can kind of see what the catwalk is with these dotted lines.
All right. Well, that plan goes down the drain.
Fireball.
Yeah, if only. Do you guys want to go in the basement then? And because that way, at least there's a funnel. Like if they want to come down the stairs, I can just moonbeam and just let them walk into the moonbeam continuously. The little vine blights, that is.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, Stumbleduck, meat shielded up.
I'm ready to hack those little bastards into pieces with my axes.
Excellent. What's that, Jack?
Now that's.
Oh yeah.
That's Grimness who says for the revered mother.
No, I just like saying it. It's fun to say. I see why he says it a lot.
All right.
Which I need to update Grimness. He's at level 4, and I've been using him at level 3. Give me 1 second. Every little advantage for this is going to help, so.
That's not ominous in the least.
No, I mean, I don't mean that like, you know, you guys are in any real danger of dying, but I mean,
show up, you know.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he was here, but I don't know what's going on. Tried reaching out to him, but didn't come back.
Is he still paying for the sessions?
No, I've
okay.
Because he paid for one initially that he didn't show up for, and so I told him the next one he showed up for would be free, and he said great, and then I haven't seen him since. So, put him up. 1 second, I gotta get a couple new spells for him.
Yep.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Yep.
How old's the baby?
Oh, she's gonna be 4 weeks on Saturday, I think. Yeah, I know, she's fresh. fresh out the oven. Still got the baby
I think
smell
you guys had the baby when we went to or we're dealing with that when we went to Colorado back in early July.
Dealing with that.
Wow.
Can you tell that we're not parents?
It's all good. One of my friends, I'm in the medical field, and he was talking to his preceptor, and he says to the preceptor, so and so has the pregnancy, and the preceptor was an obstetrician, and she just about lost it. She's like, okay, first of all, pregnancy is not a pathologic condition. You don't have the pregnancy. You are pregnant. It's just
says you.
Yeah, people may argue, but anyways, kind of reminds me of that same thing, you know, dealing with that.
Right.
The pregnancy. If it's bothering you, I'll try to turn my mic on and off.
Oh,
I wasn't sure.
No,
you're good.
No. I was just wondering.
Yeah, wasn't sure how much you were picking up.
She just heard him. Yeah. Just a little bit every once in a while here, coo or something.
Probably not as bad as me banging around with pots and pans.
If she gets a little bit more fussy there, I'll just keep on and off mute the mic. She's been pretty good right now. She's got her soother, so.
All right, so got Grimness taken care of. Okay, so what was the plan you wanted to do?
I think we just head downstairs, because at least that way we can funnel little needle blights or vine blights, whatever, through the moonbeam on the stairs.
Okay.
Or ideally, anyways.
You're already downstairs. What do you mean by downstairs?
Oh, like through that door in the back there?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Does that not lead? I thought you said that led.
No, I just said there was a door in the back there that you have not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it has not been explored yet. You don't know where that door goes.
Let's open that door and find out. Pray it leads downstairs. And not to like 3 druids waiting for us.
Like 4 or 5.
So you guys approach. Pigwin, of course, kind of following right behind, and Grimness following behind. Stumbleduck, everybody else, the 2 wizard, sorcerer, and druid kind of following behind. There with Arena kind of taking up the rear here, keeping herself safe. As Stumbleduck opens the door, he does so kind of with his axe ready in case anything jumps out at him. What happens there is you open up into a room that says, sorry, I didn't have that already selected. W10. Alright, so a dirty window in the south wall allows dim light to enter this room. It seems wine bottles are manufactured here, as evidenced by the tools lying about. The wooden rack full of freshly blown glass bottles along the south wall. The hearth built into the southwest wall and the barrel of sand standing next to it. A staircase descends underground. Between it, the rack of bottles, stands a barred door. So this door is barred from this side, but there is a staircase leading down to the basement.
Oh, I'm glad that door is barred. All right.
Missile.
Shall we head down?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Stumbleduck makes his way down, leading the party here. I'm just going to have him lead the party for now, and then when we get into combat, I'll bring you guys up there. Just makes it easier to move.
I learned from the church battle that as a sorcerer who mainly only almost always uses magic missiles, it'd be best if I stay like behind everybody, because then I can still do a lot of damage without barely getting hit. So that's what I want to try to do from now on, if it's possible.
Sure.
Hopefully we don't eat any thunder waves from this druid.
Okay. Well, there's supposed to be a door here, so I don't know why. I must have deleted something on accident. So the stairs lead down to a door to the basement. You can hear the crashing of the stuff as these vine blights are kind of smacking. I don't know why he's super big. You can hear the vine blights kind of smashing things, or needle blights smashing things. As this druid, you can hear him giving orders between the sounds of him drinking something. So it sounds like he's drinking part of the wine, and he's kind of like, "Smash that one, and that one too." And you can hear the bottles breaking as the vine blights are just kind of pulling stuff out and smashing things on the ground.
Not the 92 vintage.
Sounds like it. You want to maintain any have any wine at the end, you need to do something quick to keep from
Magic missile.
So Stumbleduck is like, "I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Magic
I'll
missile,
rush out and attack whoever I can."
Do we want to grapple this guy? And
Dead guy magic missiles and all the wine blows up.
It's gonna blow up anyway.
the good news is
magic missile anyway.
magic missile can't damage objects. We're in luck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Magic missile.
Plus, it goes to whatever target you're telling it to go to. It's like a homing little thing, so it doesn't hit stuff before like just random,
Okay.
unless it.
Tactical missile.
How many are there? Smashy bottles.
Yeah, we could try grappling the dude and interrogating him, but I don't know what we'll do. I guess we got to deal with the needle blights, so I don't know if that's going to really work. I'm game for whatever. If you want to just SWAT team in there and take him out, or what?
I can run in and try to grapple him, says Stumbleduck. If you want to take out the vine blights, I'm sure he's gonna try to get them to come to his aid.
You guys want to do that? I'm game. We can get some info on what's going on here.
So spare one, kill the rest. Type of
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
All right, I'm game. Whatever.
Okay.
This magic missile is the one that Dougling isn't grappling.
I'm going to see if I have guidance. Yeah, I'm going to cast guidance on Stumbleduck to help him with the grapple.
Okay. Yep.
Before we go in.
Should be a cantrip, so it's
yeah.
Nice. All right. So, since you're gonna have a kind of like a surprise, they're not aware of you. You'll have one round, a surprise round, if you just kind of rush in. But we'll need to roll initiatives here in just a second. Let's see. All right. So, if you would roll me some initiatives.
Got a B.
Well, that's a nice initiative. Oh, that is not a nice initiative.
What'd you get?
1.
A critical 1. Yeah.
I got you, bro. I got 21.
I got 2 minus 1, but anyways, who's counting?
And Pigwin, need to get your go. Perfect.
I got a 1 too.
Oh, nice.
21. I would say something. It's gonna be fun.
Okay. So, Stumbleduck throws open the door, but he's not the first one. Dead guy, you're just a little too rambunctious. You get to move first. Everybody's kind of like down here at the bottom of this staircase, kind of piled up next to this door. And you go running in ahead of everybody.
Magic missile.
Okay, who are you magic missiling?
21. There's about like 5 guys there, right? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
so
5.
as soon as you run into the room, I'll just put you here. You can see that there are 2 needle blights immediately within view, and you can hear and kind of see one kind of like poking out a little bit back here, but you can't get a clear sight of the others.
So I only have a clear sight on 2 or 3 of them.
2 of these guys, and technically you don't have a clear sight on any more than that.
Okay, if that's the case, I would like to. Hang on, my phone's freezing up. Sorry. Yada yada
You're good.
yada. Come on, don't do this to me right now. I need a spell list. Okay, here we go. I like to cast magic missile at 2nd level, and use 2 magic missiles per target.
Hmm?
Okay, magic missile cast.
I was gonna say, do we really need the spell list? We all know it's magic missile.
Still gotta push the button for the dice rolls.
Oh, true, true.
Yep.
I'm just joshing.
Just joshing.
Yeah.
So the first guy takes 4 points of damage,
Okay.
and then the second guy will take 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
All right. So you're the first one in, immediately letting loose 4 of those little magic bolts that go flying through the air, finding their way to the 2 targets, hitting this guy over here and this guy over here. This first one for 4, the second one for 8. Do you want to do any more movement, or do you just want to stop here and in the opening of the door?
I would like to hide behind, or not hide behind something, but like if it would help to take cover behind something a little further back. What are my surroundings?
So there is basically you're in a cellar. There are a wine rack. There's nothing between you and the druid at the moment, or the first needle blight. There's this big long shelf that kind of serves as a wine rack where the wine bottles are stuck into. And then there is a ramp that heads up to the left that looks like they use to roll barrels up and down from the other floors.
Okay,
That's pretty much it.
I guess I'll try to like shimmy my way a little bit in the what you call it, a ramp or something.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Towards the door.
Appreciate
Okay.
it. Thank you. Lock it.
Alright.
I'm good in here.
Alright, so the next to rush into the room is Grimness. Grimness, keeping with the plan, is going to run over and take his hammer to. Actually, no, he's got a new cantrip. That. And so, because this is one that got added by the witch in the witchlight.
Should I chronicle? I heard that was pretty good.
Yeah. So it's called a call beyond. So he clasps his hands above his head and calls for 3 small silvery stars to fall from the heavens. You can direct them at one target or several. Make a ranged spell attack for each star. On a hit, the target takes 1d4 radiant damage. So.
Oh, radiant. That's nice.
Yeah.
Advanced magic missile.
Mm-hmm.
So. I don't know why it's saying. So that's saying I make a ranged spell attack for each, but for some reason the hit DC says Wisdom 13, so I think it's confused. All right, so I'm gonna do the ranged spell attack. Just add in his spell modifier, which is a +5. It's gonna aim 2 at the first guy and 1 at the further guy. So 12, 17, 10, and 8. 15. 2 of those are going to hit, but the middle one didn't. So the first one, a d4. So 1 damage, okay. Second one is going to do a d4 as well. And 4 damage. So the second one hits from that 8 damage that came before. It's enough to knock this one apart. All right. Stumbleduck then is up. He runs into the room and he is going to try to grapple this particular. He's raged up. Gonna try to grapple this guy. So he's going to have advantage on his strength checks. It's this guy. Even with advantage, he rolled a 5 on each, so he got a 7.
Is that with the guidance?
Oh, with the guidance? Oh, yeah, you get a D4 or a D6?
I think it's D4. Let me see here. D4, yeah.
Okay, so he got a 10 on.
Marginally
So-
better.
Yeah, marginally. So the druid, though, does not have good strength, so maybe this will go in my favor. Yeah, he got a nat 1. So the druid is like in the
Oh.
middle of a drink as this guy, as Stumbleduck comes in and just immediately kind of just jumps on his back, grapples his arms behind his back, causing him to drop his staff and the bottle he's holding, and he's got him held back. Now, he can't obviously control what he says, so if he does have any spells that are verbal only, he should still be able to use them. But he does not have control of his hands, so he can't use anything somatic or it requires material, which luckily he does not have any verbal.
There we
Alright.
go. Hallelujah.
So, Pigwin is up next. Thor. So Pigwin, you can run in and join the fight.
I am gonna run in and use my dual short swords.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I got a 1.
Man,
Okay.
come on, guys.
Roll a
It
roll a
is
d20
right.
to see how badly that messes up for you.
Ooh, nat 20.
Okay, so you just missed really hilariously, nothing bad.
Okay, so my second. Oh, it was a nat 20
Oh, okay.
Noise.
with 13 damage.
So
boy.
you take out that second needle blight that's in front of you with the second swing. First one, you just you kind of stumble as you come in. You swing way too soon, not even anywhere near it, but immediately before it can kind of like counteract or anything, you come in and just destroy it right through with the second swing. Right? And next up is the druid, which we're actually surprised, so he's not going to get a turn. Barrelak, you're up.
All right. I'm going to come on down. And I don't want to expose myself to all those needle blights. So what I'm going to do they get they don't get opportunity of attack while they're grappled, do they?
No. If they're grappled, no.
So I'm going to position myself, like, see where Dead Guy is, kind of just to the right of Dead Guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to say in Druidic, what's going on here? Like, what are you guys doing to this place? To the Druid. I don't know if he's able to respond in combat out of turn, but
He can respond on his turn, next turn.
Yep. Sure. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll prepare. I guess would that be considered my action?
No. Speaking is a bonus or a free action.
Okay. So I'm going to get an ice knife ready to lob at whatever. I'll use my I'll prepare it for whatever comes around. No, not ice knife. Sorry, frostbite. For any needle blight that shows itself around that corner.
Okay. Perfect.
And that's it.
All right, Dead Guy. It's back to you. So you hear the needle blight starting to move your direction. The druid, now fully aware of what's going on, is starting to struggle against Stumbleduck. What's the plan?
Magic missile.
You can't see anybody.
Yeah, I
Except
know.
the
I'm
druid.
trying to think. The druid my friend is talking to or grappling.
Both.
Both. Let me see if I have anything that would help with that. Maybe a cantrip.
Do you have charm by chance?
No, but I have chill touch and shocking grasp. Would one of those work?
This is not waterboarding here.
I mean, if it works, it works. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah. You could ready something for when the fine blights show up around the corner, or needle blights, I should say.
It's gonna
I
sound like
just
a new thing. It's gonna sound like a new thing to say, but what do you mean ready something? I don't know what that is.
uh, you like basically you cast a spell on your turn. It's used up even if the conditions aren't met. So you may want to use a cantrip, but you basically just say, "Off of my turn, if this happens, then I'm going to do this."
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so ready in action, just like you just said, you can ready an attack, you can ready basically, and there's some stuff that you can improvise that you're gonna ready to. It kind of has to be approved by the DM, but basically you can ready an attack, so or a spell, and basically you give the conditions that when they're met, that's when you're going to do your spell. So, like he had said a second ago, as soon as someone pops around the side where he's got line of sight, he's going to release a frostbite. So that ready action goes basically allows you to do something when it's not your turn if you couldn't do something on your turn.
Oh, so like, if I say ready a spell magic missile to shoot the guys when they appear, so even when they finally appear, even though it's not my turn, the action just happens.
Correct.
That's interesting. Okay, yeah, I like to
Yep.
I'll do that. Take them out of from the previous battle second level spells. So when my enemies show their faces, I'll just use magic missile on them. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
I roll
So
for damage now, or how's that work?
when it happens, when it triggers,
That happens.
because
Okay.
if for some reason that whatever you've condition you've set isn't triggered on your turn, you don't want to be wasting the spell or the roll or anything like that. So basically, it gets comes
Yeah.
back to your turn without using.
Makes sense. All right. Thank you.
All right, so Grimness is up, and Grimness is going to run over to the side here, and he's gonna kind of like hide behind this door or beside this thing, readying. Actually, he's not gonna hide because that's gonna take his action. He's gonna ready an action to swing his hammer as soon as something comes around that corner. Okay. And all right, so one of the needle blights starts making its way that direction, and so as soon as it comes around that threshold with its range, that would trigger the two ready actions. So frostbite is a range spell, correct?
Yeah, 60
Okay.
feet needs to make
Yep.
a Constitution 14 save.
Constitution. Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll resolve these one at a time, just in case the spell is enough to kill it. You don't want to waste both spells. All right, so nope, it did not make that Constitution saving throw.
4 damage.
Okay, so 4 damage is not enough to kill it, but it definitely you see some of it kind of freeze and start part of its little needle-like leaves start to fall off of it onto the ground. All right, and then so that triggers Dead Guy's magic missile. So you immediately let loose the 3 magic missiles that go zooming over and pelt this guy. Roll me some damage.
Okay, that would be 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage in total.
8 damage. Okay, between the 2 spells from the frostbite and the damage from the magic missile, this thing gets blown apart.
Yeah, murder.
All right. So Stumbleduck is going to continue holding him tight to this guy. He's not going to do anything else at the moment, so he's going to maintain that hold on him. And Pigwin. Actually, Stumbleduck is going to try to headbutt him.
Naturally.
Try to headbutt him into submission here.
Okay.
So he's going to do an unarmed strike. 14, that's going to hit. Actually, he would have advantage since he's grappling. So let me see if he gets a at 20. Nope, but just higher. So he's going to do a total of 5 damage to this guy. Headbutting him. You like that? I can do this all day.
Just picturing
Alright.
this ferocious little gnome strapped to his back, going wild.
Yeah. Alright. Pigwin, you're up.
I want to move to the next set and do my short sword.
Okay. You're not gonna stand back and do a ranged kind of like thing. We're just gonna move in the next room and start attacking where you
Oh,
have no backup.
oh no.
Okay. I know you probably can't see the screen. That's why I wanted to let you to know because the room that you're in is separated by a thick wall, so you can't currently see them. If you go in the next room, basically no one has your back. You're running in there by yourself.
Okay. I want to go to the edge, and I shot a nat 20,
Okay.
so it'd be 24.
Okay. That still hits even with the cover it's got. Okay. Here you could potentially shoot.
Wait.
Probably has enough movement to get in good range and just walk back after too.
6 damage.
30 movement would not be able to get there and back.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. So move and then, yeah, shoot and then come back, yeah. Okay, yep. So how much damage you say it did?
6.
6 damage, alright. On a needle blight, that's pretty good.
Sorry, I'm hand
Alright.
feeding the dog right now.
Okay. Alright. So,
Poor baby.
the druid is going to try to... it responds to your question that you asked it. What's going on here? We're destroying the wine. We're destroying the winery. It's an abomination to Strahd, this place. And he is trying to push against he's kind of struggling against trying to break free of the grapple, but he does not because he got a nat 1. So unless Mulduck rolls a nat 1, it's fine.
I think a vampire would like wine, but I guess not.
I'm feeling more and more like just doing this druid in the more he talks, in all honesty.
Waterboarding is still a pretty good option, in my opinion.
Yep. So he is not able to break free, and in fact, as he struggles against Stumbleduck, he kind of falls down to one knee because he can't break himself free. The gnome is just latched onto him, holding back his arms kind of behind his back, and just he's like a tiny backpack on him that just headbutted him. Okay, so then the needle blight that was not attacked going to make its way over. It comes around the corner, and as it's moving, is immediately going to kind of stops at the doorway and unleashes a needle at Pigwin here. So it's going to throw a needle to try to hit, and it's going to do 14 to hit, which I just barely misses Pigwin. And then that second one that got hit by Pigwin is going to step just within sight of Pigwin and unleash a needle at her again. Oh, and that one's going to hit for a nat 20. So, 2d6. I already doubled it. Okay. So, 8 damage to Pigwin with a needle. Alright, Barrelak, you're up.
Man, I am just feeling like laying into this guy because he is as evil, or he sounds as evil as what's his face said. So yeah, I'm just gonna frostbite him. So Constitution 14 saving throw for it.
Okay. So you
So
stay
you
back
do like
there.
the Torture idea.
Okay.
What's
All
that?
You like my Torture idea.
I'm liking the put him out of his misery idea.
Alright.
Maybe say non-lethal so you don't accidentally kill him, because I have no idea if he's low HP or not.
Oh, all the damage. This guy is truly Strahd's friend, so.
No, we're not trying to kill him, just get information, then kill him.
Fine, okay, well, I'm still going to cast a frostbite because I'm certain this isn't going to kill him. I
Yeah.
have faith.
So yeah, he didn't make that check.
Okay. 5 damage.
5 more damage. Yeah, you see that ice kind of dig into his skin and hear him howl in pain, but he is not dead. No.
I'll use the free action too to say, if we stop, will you comply? And that's the end of my turn.
All right, dead guy, you're up.
He said, "Tell us what you want, and we won't torture you."
Okay. All right. What else are you gonna do an action beyond just telling that?
I'll just what's left? Is just him left? I forget. That's my bad.
So there's a
needle blights.
druid, and then there's 2 needle blights in the far side of the room. They're kind of just throwing their needles, not really approaching fully.
Magic missile. Yeah.
Gonna waste all your spell slots. You
I
have other
used all
druids and stuff to kill, so.
Used all my second ones last battle. I still got 3 first level ones. Sorry, I can't speak English apparently.
Okay.
How many people are left?
Well, down here there are just 2 vine blights and the druid that he's holding on to, but
I guess I'll just send 2 to the first guy in front of me, and then 1 to the guy behind the first guy.
okay.
Last. That would be for the first guy 5, and then so the first guy gets 10.
Ooh.
Then the second guy will get 2.
All right. Yeah, they're just barely hanging together. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Those are good.
Grimness runs around the corner and is going to take advantage of that fact that he just got hit, or that it just got hit by your missiles, and he's going to for the divine mother, and he's going to just smack that thing with his warhammer.
For the revered mother.
For the revered mother. 14 is going to hit, and he is going to. That's good that it didn't have many hit points left, because he only rolled a 2. Alright.
Big damage.
Yeah, so he destroys what's left of it. So that one in front gets destroyed. He is going to continue movement into the room, kind of run around the side to kind of get out of the way of this, kind of use the cover of the shelf against the needle blight. Alright, and Stumbleduck is still holding on to that guy, but he's going to try another headbutt. He's going to try to knock this guy out. With nat 20, yeah. He is going to do 10 bludgeoning damage to this guy.
One cold Steve Austin over here.
Yeah, hell yeah. And that is enough damage on him. He's not dead, but it's enough damage that I'm gonna make him do a Constitution saving throw to see if he does not get knocked or gets knocked out or not. Nope, he gets knocked out. So with that, you see the druid kind of get all shaky and then collapse forward onto the ground, knocked out, with Stumbleduck kind of on his back still, holding his hands back. You see Stumbleduck just kind of stand up, still holding on his arms back, kind of like he's kind of got him hog-tied or something, and he's just kind of standing there with a smirk on his face. A little bit of blood from where he smacked his own nose against the headbutt, but you know he's got a big old grin on his face.
Way to go, buddy.
All right, Pigwin, you're up. 1 needle blight left. It's barely hanging on.
I want to run and use my short blade on it.
Okay. All right, you can easily make the distance to run up and use your short blade on it.
For 22.
That's gonna hit.
8 damage.
All right, and you destroy that. Excellent. So your fight lasts about 20 to 25 seconds or so. You guys were not too loud. He didn't get a chance to shout for help, so you don't hear anything necessarily. Because there was already a noise from them breaking stuff down here, so you didn't make enough noise that it sounded like there was. He didn't get a chance to shout for help, so you take a few seconds to kind of listen to see if backups arriving, and then you regroup back around this now passed out druid.
Pick up.
All right, what do you guys want to do? Put a cloth over his mouth and interrogate him like the plan?
Yeah, got any water to wake him up?
I
Help me
don't
melt my ray of frost.
poison spray the face. No.
Give him a
Oh, we
slap.
got wine. There's wine. Just splash him with some wine.
All right, I'll do that. I'm gonna get some wine and splash him in the face with it. Hey, wake up!
You see Stumbleduck already kind of like taking out some of his rope and kind of binding his hands behind his back.
Very smart idea too.
I thought we already did that shit.
Yeah, so he binds him up, kind of props him up against the back of this shelf here, where there's no bottles at the moment. Kind of pushes him back and kind of holds his axe down, like near his neck in case he kind of gets any kind of ideas. And then he kind of slaps him as you pour water on him and wake him up. You see the druid. What? He's kind of struggling against his. He just looks up at you and like doesn't say anything. You see him kind of, his eyes are darting around, looking to see if he can do anything. He's looking for his staff, which Stumbleduck has kicked away from him.
What was the other? Oh yeah. Sorry, go for it, Jack.
I'm good. I already said it.
Do what you will with me. I am prepared.
That's what they all say.
I'll say this in Druidic. Are you guys searching for anything in particular here?
Anything in particular? Like what?
Well,
You see his eyes kind of like start to look like maybe there's something they missed or didn't know about.
I know one of your colleagues is very hurriedly searching one of the rooms upstairs. The one that was with the two needle blights. Was she not shuffling through papers or something?
Oh, we're scavenging for anything that we can find useful, anything that's not blasphemous against Strahd.
Why are you guys?
Strahd want a wine cellar to be destroyed. It's wine.
This winery has been a thorn in Strahd's side for much of his reign. It was here before he became the vampire that he was, and has been here since, handed down by families since then. And this winery has been a boon for the people as they drink their sorrows away, which is not what Strahd wants. He wants them to be in sorrow.
Okay, now the picture.
How better to rule, how better to feast upon them.
See,
Why have you guys gone so astray from nature's path to follow Strahd?
Strahd is ancient. He is the land, and we worship him because he is the land of Barovia.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. I don't know, man. I'm talking to the group here. I think we just put this guy out of his misery. Like, these guys are one flew over the cuckoo's nest.
I entertained the thought about sparing him, and that thought only led to him running back to Strahd, telling him some unnecessary information about us. I'm not sure I'm so keen about the idea.
Even if
On the
you
other hand,
stop us
Karma's-
here, you'll never stop our plans.
Plans, eh?
You see him
What?
kind of like stop in the middle of his like thought, and he's like looking around like he shouldn't have just said that, and he's just kind of like being shy now, or not like kind of like looking around like what? Didn't
Well,
say
maybe he
nothing.
can be useful after all.
I, I'm going to cast guidance on Stumbleduck, and I say, Stumbleduck, why don't you see if you can persuade this man to tell us what plans those might be?
Do you want me to persuade with my fists or with my tongue?
Oh, I think you know. I think your fists are pretty good convincers.
My pleasure. And he kind of starts to crack his knuckles. He puts down his axes. He puts his axes on his belt, and he starts to crack his knuckles. I'm gonna roll an intimidation check on him here. Got good intimidation.
Intimidation is
Guy is
charisma?
uh-huh. The the guy is already kind of tied up and stuff, so he's gonna have an advantage on this intimidation check. So that oh, a 19. And so you see this guy who's already kind of bloodied and stuff. He's like, no, no, what? Don't hurt me anymore. What do you want to know?
Everything.
Everything? Like that's a lot of information. What do you mean
Oh, you better get
everything?
started then, or we'll be here all night.
So, in the beginning, Strahd came to this land, and he
Okay,
starts
no.
going in.
Skip to the part where Strahd ordered you to do whatever you're doing, his plans, as in the current events, not thousands of years ago.
Fine. As I've mentioned, this winery has long been in a thorn in Strahd's side, so we druids who have had to put up with this thing have decided to take it upon ourselves to take this winery down. Our first attempt was this to come in and just kind of destroy the place, but if that fails, we have a backup plan.
Which would be?
On our hill, it's not like you can stop it anyways. On the hill where we congregate, Yesterhill, to the south of here, we are preparing for a mighty blight to come and destroy this winery. Preparations are already underway. In fact, the ceremony may already be underway.
Keep
From
going.
one druid to another, we're not going to let that happen.
You are not a druid. He spits on the ground.
I just I don't even acknowledge that.
Berlik, maybe we should ask about the weapons or the items. If he knows anything about that, that could be useful information. I
Yeah,
doubt
why
it, but
is
it's still worth a try.
yeah, why is that druid upstairs so infatuated with his staff?
So you see him start to be kind of like quieted again, but then you see Stumbleduck grab a hold of his collar and he's all right, fine. Uh, that is a staff made of the Golthias tree. Golthias tree from Yesterhill. It's a ancient imbued tree that is given to us by the gods.
Sounds like some juicy loot. Can you guys think of anything else you'd like to ask him? Because I think unless there's
Yeah,
something specifically about this ritual,
I'm just trying
um,
to bring up the important note section. Let me see here. Um, holy symbol. Let me read this a little bit. The cards of history, knowledge, understanding. I see dead villager. Your enemy's a creature of dark. Okay, so I say, let me see here. We are looking for some key items that we think will help us. Such as a holy symbol, some sword that can easily, well, not easily, but would be help kill Strahd. I keep forgetting the. Okay, hold on, holy symbol.
I nudge you and whisper, "Don't mention it killing Strahd."
Yeah, some kind of holy. I'm just reading the list. A wimble, holy symbol, weapon, Strahd, enemy. There are objects in this land that can help fuck up Strahd. Do you know where they are? Kind of have holy symbol
I
or
do
weapon.
not know, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you, even if my life depended on it.
Mm.
Told you not
There's
to mention
nothing.
Strahd.
There's nothing that can kill Strahd. As I said, Strahd is ancient. He is the land of Barovia.
Yeah,
Nothing
you
can
really
destroy him.
gotta hop off this dead dude's dick. Like seriously, bro. It's your own life.
Kind of
Yes,
just
yes.
like squints his eyes and menacingly at you, kind of like,
I'm sorry, Alex. When I clicked the important note section and I came back, the stream stopped. Can you restart it for me, please?
sure.
Or refresh or whatever it is you do.
I think it
Sorry about that.
refreshes.
If you hover over his name, you can
Yeah,
just click on the stream again.
My bad, my bad.
yeah.
I say to the group, I'm at a loss of other things to ask this one here. Do you have any ideas, Pigman?
I have no questions.
I think we put him out of his misery then.
Yay.
I've answered your questions. Don't hurt me.
Maybe maybe Grimace can say a prayer for his soul.
I'm gonna frostbite him. I'm just frostbiting him.
Yeah, Grimness starts to do a revered mother kind of prayer for him as you frostbite him. All right.
Constitution
So,
14.
14. Okay. Let's see. 14. Sorry, I had to find his constitution motto here. Yeah, he didn't make that.
Oh, 2 damage. This is gonna take a while. I think you guys should jump in on
So
this.
you see him squeal in
Alright, hold
pain,
up.
and immediately Stumbleduck just takes his axe and kind of slits his throat with it.
There we go. There we go.
All right. So he slumps over, kind of like his eyes wide from pain and just like the shock of having his throat cut, and he just slumps to the ground, bleeding out.
Excellent. How are we gonna approach the rest of this?
There's still more of them somewhere else, right?
Yeah, the first floor and the second. I'm thinking we should try to see if there's a way to go from here to the second floor. Because if we go to that first floor, like if we just unbar that barred door, we're going to be met with a bunch of needle blights, but they'll have a
And
height advantage on us.
So what you
like
remember
everybody-
from kind of like exploring this before is on the far right side is that stairwell that circles up to the second floor, plus this ramp seems to circle up, and you assume it goes all the way to the second floor because you saw it on the initial here. You saw that it went down that way over here. So.
I kind of want to go for the guy with the fat staff before we use any more resources on the other guys. What do you guys think? Go up the barrel route?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing actually.
All right. And before we do this, I'm going to cast guidance on Stumbleduck because hopefully we can repeat the same little trick that we did with this druid.
Okay. So you guys start following Stumbleduck up the little thing here, and so he starts to go up the stairs. As he comes up the stairs, about to make it to the, he makes it up to the first floor, and as he comes up the first floor, unfortunately, the guy with the staff is making his way down the other side. So he essentially runs into him as he comes down the step here. What? And then you have, that's about all he can say before you have a chance to, you got a little bit of a surprise here. Stumbleduck is going to make a roll on him. Not everyone can get a surprise attack because this thing isn't wide enough for everybody to kind of run in and do a thing. But he's going to make 2 swings in surprise. And he got a nat 1 on 1. Dang it, that sucks. Alright. So, okay, so he just misses wildly on the first one, and on the second one does misses entirely. So, let me get this in here. This is going to potentially have some consequences. Well, I mean, if others get involved, this could be bad. So,
Don't let you get involved.
so I've got to go ahead and put them on this battle just in case.
I think he means other enemies.
Yeah. So right now you just got the one druid, but potentially some of these other things, if he shouts for help or anything, could potentially go bad for you. So, let's see. Actually, this door is open.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. All right. So.
New goal. Close the door.
All right. Roll me some initiatives.
9.
Oh wow. Good old fashioned 3.
19.
That is not a great way to start this.
No.
So, great. So you have. I'll go ahead and finish a surprise round here because you guys did bump into him. So, Barrelak, you're up. I'm gonna count Stumbleduck's surprise already. So, Barrelak, you're up. So you're just a few feet down behind Stumbleduck. You can push past him to get up there, but you're kind of down around the corner. So to fully see, I mean, you can kind of see him up here, but yeah.
I think it's time to take out the moonbeam. Because we're gonna have a whole bunch of little guys. Yeah, I'm gonna moonbeam him. Constitution 14.
Moonbeam right here. Okay.
On top of the yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay. So, Constitution 14. Got a nat 1, so yeah, he did not do. Man, I got a lot of nat 1s today. So he's gonna get do double damage on him.
Sure, 24.
He stops in place and looks straight up in the moonbeam like, what is that? And so he just gets a full blast from it.
Pulls a Donald Trump looking at the eclipse.
Right, yeah. Alright, so it's that. Alright, so 24 damage. Then we've got. Next up is Grimness. So Grimness is behind you here. He doesn't want to push up into your moonbeam. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna take his. Actually, he's gonna do a. He's gonna do another call from beyond here and try to hit him with 3 stars from here. So 3 and 2 of those are gonna hit.
Nice.
So 2d4s, so that's 4, and another 4 that makes 8. So 8 damage to him. I think that's probably gonna kill him with that 24. Yep, it does. So he goes down from those 2, from that 24 and that 8 damage. He goes down.
Nice.
And just barely a little bit of kind of like noise has been made there. So Pigwin. Actually, Pigwin was supposed to go first. I skipped Pig. Accident. got a whole block of twig blights that might be possible at some point. So I missed her in between there. Pigwin, you're up.
Okay.
So basically, the druid that Stumbleduck had bumped into was taken out by Barilak and Grimness. Now there's a door that's wide open that you may want to close if.
Yes, I'll go close it.
Okay. So in doing that, you have to move through his moonbeam. So you will take some damage from his moonbeam.
Okay. Roll me some moonbeam damage.
You have to do a Constitution saving throw first.
Big money.
19. Whew.
Oh, nice. You save. So you take 4 damage.
All right, and so when you run in there and kind of pull the doors shut, there is a chance for some of the wandering twig blights to see you, and I'm going to roll for them to see. Nope. And that one did. Actually, they have blind sight, so that doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, they all have blind sight of 60 feet. So it does. I guess it doesn't matter if you close the door or not. It'd just be harder for them to get to you. Yeah. But you
I
got the
think we
door
just-
closed.
Did that take all of my action movement?
Yeah, that took all of. Well, no, it took 15 feet of your movement action.
Okay, can I try to... Is there something I can shoot at?
Not with the door closed. I'm gonna leave the door open.
Okay, never mind. No, I'm good.
Okay. So, the needle blights. I will stop combat for now, but the needle or the twig blights are definitely making their way over the door. You can hear them kind of like scratching against the door. Since they have blind sight, they know that you're there.
I'm
Are
gonna
we- are-
cast Goodberry.
You want to
that
cast
okay?
Goodberry? Yeah. Yeah, we're out of
Okay.
combat.
Are we able to keep the turn based because it lets me
sure.
keep the moonbeam?
Sure.
Because
We
it's
can keep it. We can keep it turn based. Okay, so yeah, you can cast Goodberry. So Pigwin, it's still your turn. So you didn't do an
So-
action beyond close the doors, which is considered.
Did that make
reaction.
10 good berries? Was that
Yep.
it?
10
Okay.
good berries. Yep.
I am eating all of the 10 good berries.
Okay, so you'll have to wait till your next turn to do that. You already did a free action.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
Wait. Okay, never mind.
what?
Nothing.
Right. Stumbleduck is up next. Stumbleduck comes over and kind of grabs the door and kind of supports the door. He's gonna have to cut through the moonbeam though. Actually, he runs down to the second door and is gonna hold the second door. Cut through the moonbeam to do that. We got, wow, another nat 1.
oh my god.
A great session to roll for
And
that.
I rolled an 18.
All right, so that's fine. He's okay. Yeah, he's got 18. He's got 18 there. All right. Next up is
That door open so I can move the moonbeam.
dead guy.
Shit, should I? We just. We just jumping straight into combat with what we're doing right now, or because I had an idea.
So technically, we're still in combat because Barilak wanted to keep that going so we can keep the moonbeam active. But these little guys are going to be making their way towards you. Still technically on the surprise round since we didn't get out of combat. So they're not haven't moved, but they will be since they have blind sight.
I'm really tempted to move to the second door and just rip it open and start casting magic.
You have to run through the moonbeam if you do that.
I don't want to do that yet. I don't know. Maybe I should Radiant Action. Yeah,
Question
I'll just
about your
use.
moonbeam. Does it say you have to see a point?
I was kind of wondering the same. I did not read it. On a point within range. So it
Nope.
says within range.
You
So
don't have to see it then.
thank God. That's freaking awesome.
Just a point that you know of already, essentially. Like, I wouldn't
Yeah.
allow you to move it to anywhere in here because you just don't know what's in there. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I can move it 60 feet in any direction. It doesn't say that it has to be within vision either. So sweet. I'll stop murdering the team.
That would be nice. Thank you.
All right. So we're back to the top. Now the twig blights are going to move. So
My last level 3 spell slot too. That's why I really wanted to get some use out of it.
6 of them move over to the door. You can hear them scuttling across the floor over the door here. They're all going to start scratching at the door. So that 6 damage, 3 damage. That's gonna miss. That's really gonna miss.
Another net one.
Yeah. And so, so one door they've done about some big chunks kind of starting to come out of this smaller door over here, and just a little bit out of this double door. Pigwin, you're up. So you've got the doors shut, kind of like in there. They can't open them, but they're trying to tear through them.
I'm gonna eat my good berries.
Okay, that's a free action.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's a free action. You'd already taken a free action to close the doors and move and all that stuff. So just like trying to keep it realistic with what happens and what can be done in 6 seconds,
I'm
essentially.
gonna ready an action. Whoever wants to come over and like, I'll be ready to open up a door. Like if dead guy wants to like, I'll open the door and he shoots out or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You can totally ready the action of opening the door when they approach.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then we have
don't-
another.
Don't mean
Yeah,
to be
go ahead.
negative, but she started in the moonbeam.
Did I really?
Actually, no, it was right here.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, it's because it's only a 5 foot, right?
Oh, you're right. I was thinking about it in the wrong spot. Oh, even better. Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's
Hey, my
right there in
bad.
front of you because that's where the druid was. So.
Yeah, totally forgot that.
All right. So. Another 12 of these little guys come scuttling over to the door. Or 20 feet, so.
I thought Pigman rolled a 19 on her.
Yeah, I already did Pigwin.
Yeah,
She's doing a kind of a ready action. Should there be last 6 there. Bearlac, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move the moonbeam diagonal to the smaller door because there's a whole bunch of those little guys there.
Okay, right here. Yep.
Yep.
Is that the
Cool.
door I'm at?
Yeah, you can hear more scratching and stuff happening down there, so that gives you an idea to go that direction. You can't physically see them because hidden by the door, but you can hear more scratching, so that makes sense that you would move that way.
Yeah, I'm probably metaing a little bit, having seen them.
Yeah. If I did this, I guess it would help. Kind
Yeah.
of. All right. So, moonbeaming six. How many were there? 7 of. Well, 6 of them in this little spot here. All right. They'll have to do cons. Actually, just roll me some damage. They may not even need to do a con save.
16.
Oh yeah, that's not. They're not. It doesn't matter if they saved or not. That's more than enough damage to destroy them.
Excellent.
So all of these guys. Three of the initial group. One thing I would add to D&D Beyond if they had the option so would be to like add a feature where you can just do a like kill this target. Essentially, just you click the button for it to be dead, and it automatically deducted all their hit points because that kind of sucks having to go to each one and type in 4 or more to basically destroy it.
So, right. I didn't realize D&D Beyond lets you keep track of enemies.
Oh yeah, it has a great combat tracker. It's just got some things that I would improve on it to make it easier.
Cool.
All right, so Grimness is up next. So Grimness is going to forward here since that moonbeam is gone, and he is going to stand near one of the doors. I think I'm gonna see if he's got one that's see within range. One that he can see it, but it's maybe. Nope, he's just gonna kind of come over here and with next to the stumble duck and prepare a call the beyond spell. As soon as the door opens, he's gonna let that go. All right, and then stumble duck is up next. Stumble duck is going to. He's just gonna hold the door since he kind of saw that moonbeam kind of like shining the light, kind of seeping through the cracks. You can see that the moonbeam is on the other side there. And dead guy, you're up.
Alrighty, Rue. So where's my character? Oh, there he is. Couldn't really
In the
see him.
stairwell.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's in the stairwell.
You know, if you guys are, you can. I don't. You know, shit. I guess.
Bearlac, did you want to move out of the stairwell, or did you mind? Did you want to stay where you're at?
Talk about doesn't. That. I can move out of the way for dead guy, like maybe just on that ramp there, but I don't really need to move elsewhere.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I just want to go in there and I'll just start killing, unless you guys don't want me to.
Let me see where the moonbeam goes. Yep. But it's up to you. I wouldn't go in the room, but to you.
I'm ready to open up the door for you.
Yeah. So Pigwin's already going to open the door for you. So as you approach, he throws the door open so that you can see the